Yo, yo, good morning. Ugh. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. I'm so tired, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. All right. I am so tired. DoorDash some coffee. I don't drink coffee. Coffee nasty. Well, coffee's not bad, but I don't really like coffee. What am I trying to do here? Scene projection. Ugh. All right. I'm going to try and at least finish one thing. I might end a little bit early, and then I got to get ready for probably some Dying Light DLC. Should do some more Dying Light today. I want to play that DLC. It's just I'm too tired to give a fuck in the morning. I need some not coffee, tea. I used to drink tea. During the event, I got myself tea. That's what I drank. Coffee, no good. Well, that's what it says. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. That's what it says, though. Because we've never played that DLC, so I'm not sure. The DLC is probably very small. Obviously, it's a DLC in comparison to like the base game, but it should still be reasonably long. Especially if you're doing all the content, which we're going to. Like, doing all the content for like Dying Light, all the side quests. I've never done that. I've never done every side quest in every game, but I feel like we did basically everything we wanted to do. No, I didn't make this from scratch. This is just a model kit. You paint and clean it up by scratch, and you can do anything you want to it afterwards, but yeah. Yeah. It should be about 1 day, maybe. Let's see. Good morning, going out. It should be one to 2 days, depending on how much we do. We're gonna get to it today. I'm actually up late. I woke up, I think, at like 3 a.m. Then I went back to bed. I woke up at like whatever time this is, and I went out with Chi. It's very nice out, actually. It's like cold out. It's quite nice. It's not like t-shirt weather, but for me it was t-shirt weather. No, I'm not sick. Waking up. I don't know if chewing gum is good for you in the morning, but like I've done that a few times and I'm like, you know what? That actually kind of wakes me up a little bit more. And it gets my jaw moving, like it unhinges it so it's able to function. I don't know if that's a real thing. It was from a little tariff video. Nothing bad in doing it? Probably not, no. And I'm like cooked tired. Holy fuck. Oh, I gotta make those, I'm gonna make my head hurts like someone's smashing with pulsating. That is shitty. You gotta get yourself some vitamins. You gotta get yourself some tea, brother. Some vitamins and some tea. I don't think I've been sick in a while. Like, I felt like dog shit lately, but not like sick, you know? It's usually somebody else giving you some sort of like a virus. I don't really go around people, I suppose, so that's why. Stay away from people. The infected human beings. Alex Closer. They're everywhere. Infected people. Nice. Well, that's bad news and good news. I hope it works out, sir. It's shitty, but you know, the universe might be on your side, sir. I'm rooting for you, buddy. I don't know yet. No clue. They didn't get back to me yet. I have one scheduled, but I need to be called in terms of, like, where to go get one and when. It's whenever it's available. My God, there's so much shit everywhere. Ay, ay, ay. My brain. It's too much. Too much doo-doo everywhere. But that's okay. I'm at least gonna finish this. That's another Stream Deck update. I'm gonna finish this and then probably go, so it's gonna be a little bit... because this shit is not gonna be done anytime soon. Uh, 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 uh. Bro, my eyebrows are itchy. Did you ever get crabs in your eyebrows? Is that real? Not that I would have that, but, like, that sounds disgusting. It's probably a thing I don't want to know. Crab brows. Not that that would ever be a thing in my life, but, like, you know, you just get curious sometimes. It's not that deep. It'd be like the crab equivalent of, like, the Caradron overlords. From the mountains deep to the skies above. The crabs. It's a weird thing. Farquad, hello, sir. Morning, buddy. That is not something people need to know. I hope they don't attach to your eyebrows. Daisy, hello, sir. Hope they never do. I have no clue what's auto-playing. What is that? Let's do something different. What do I want to listen to? I don't know. They've got audiobooks on Spotify. Halo, The Flood, Bioshock Rapture, Norse mythology, Norse paganism for beginners. Okay. All right. The complete Cthulhu mythos. It's only premium. You shitting me? Premium users only? That's not me. Sir. It's not bad. You just use a bit of water, if anything. And you're not, like, super grinding everything down, so it's not bad. It's not like using a Dremel and everything just fucking, like, dusts up and you die. You can use a Dremel, but, yeah. Stuff like this will take a very long time to clean, at least decently. No, I didn't. Not yet. I have to get called for that. So when I get called for it, I'm able to go, but yeah, not yet. Good morning, good morning. Not yet, sir. Soon enough. I'm trying to diet. I'm trying to eat well and eat less. I know it doesn't look like that's happening, but it is happening. Seems like the most bullshit thing to hear from me. Yeah, I'm on a diet. Well, you should, yeah, probably. One Big Mac? I haven't had a Big Mac in a long time. I actually, if we ever want McDonald's, Ivana wants it, and I'm just like, I won't be getting it. Like, I'm not even joking. I try to stay away from McDonald's, and if I do eat it, it'll be like a hamburger. Like a generic non-cheeseburger hamburger, which I think to me is like the best thing from there anyways, but... McDonald's is not my favorite place. Shocker. How much fucking dribble is on this mini? Thankfully, when you've got slight pitting, and you spray this down with a primer, and then actually paint, the pitting is gone. Which is good. This is gonna take some time to clean up. This is like CBT City. This is like the equivalent of 12 hours a day of League. But at least you get to see something that you've done. Five Guys? I've tried Five Guys. Have I tried Five Guys? I don't think so. We do have Five Guys here. Yeah. I think there's one probably, I don't know, within an hour's drive somewhere here. Maybe less. There are some Five Guys here. Yeah. Definitely. I gotta open up an image of this thing. What does it look like? Where's the studio resin? Filters. As a Doom. Dwarf Commanders. When in doubt, if you're figuring out what the fuck to do with, like, the miniature, because you've got so much shit all over it and you can't really tell what's what, look at the images. Easiest way is to look at the website. Look at the images. Okay, there's no lip there. Look at the images on the website. They will show you what to do. Should do it for you as well. Today's Saturday, right? If I'm not mistaken, today's Saturday. Why does it feel like every day the week just goes by completely? It's like, it's Monday. No, it's actually Saturday. Like, well, that's not bad, but, like, then you wonder what the fuck you're doing all day. You certainly do wonder where the time has gone. Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun. Is that why League takes 3,000 years to finish one game? So, yeah, I think so. That would make sense then. Velcro, hello, sir. Lord, set me free from this metal scraping. Fuck. What? Where did the toothbrush go? I have to brush my teeth with that later, with all the metal flakes and resin in it. There we go. Ugh. Yummy. Everyone knows if you're a true Warhammer fan, you have to brush your teeth with the same brush you wipe your minis with. That way you'll be closer to them. It's the only sensible thing to do. Let's give this a wipe down, see where we're at. You could literally sit here and polish this off for like hours and hours and still never be done. This hobby is very aggressive on the ADHD. You just want to do something else, but then you know this isn't done, so you have to just keep doing it. And that's okay. It's looking good, though. It's looking better than it was yesterday, which is usually the case when you sand the shit out of every surface. It's like there's a very certain satisfaction with cleaning metal that you just don't get anywhere else. It's like a badge of honor. All you have to do now is go clean some lead. Yeah, it's even worse. It's this, but like, you're gonna die. That's not funny. Yo, yo. You get a mask. I don't think I'd sand lead in this place. I'd probably take it outside and sand it somewhere. Sanding metal and stuff like that, like all this shit on my hands, that's fine. This is whatever. I think I'd just take it outside to sand it. You know what's funny? I didn't in my collection. I ordered one. I ordered the other one. I was looking through him like, I swear to God he was like a box exclusive back in the day, but he wasn't. He was part of the command set that you could buy. Like, he was part of the blister. He was part of the multi-command blister. Because I have the other captain. It's funny that you'd bring that up. I was literally just thinking about that. I'm like, someone in here might know that. Wait, where did the captain go? There he is. So I've got the other captain. There's, like, the second captain model. Which, to me, he looks more of like a Khazad guard. Same thing with the alternate warrior banner. That to me is like a Khazad guard. And then this is like your typical dwarf captain. But, yeah. I don't have the other banners, so I had to order it. Yeah, the masks are so sick. Yeah, it's just the Khazad guard masks. That's really what it is. Yeah, so I've got the other banner coming. I was like, wasn't there another fucking banner? It was a bit of a headache. Who's still making stuff with lead? People do. People still do. It is hard to get, yeah, because they never reissued it. It was a variant. Same thing with this guy. He was just a variant. They never reissued this dude or the other banner. Technically, I mean, they did reissue the Hornblower because you now can use them in game. Because I think the Hornblower was literally a box set exclusive when they had, like, the big army boxes back in the day. I believe he came with the Khazad one. Yeah. I prefer the other banner to this guy, though. This one's classic, but the other one's, like, cooler. Yeah, not many people are doing Lord of the Rings, though. It's cool, but, like... Well, technically, it's more of a thing in the UK. In the UK, it's popping as fuck. Here, it's been popped in the head, and it's been left in a ditch. There's, like, no Lord of the Rings support. Not as much as there should be. It's like, we just came out with a brand new movie, brand new miniatures. Aren't you excited? It's like, no. We're not from Britain. If there was a game to ever get into that was like an army, but it wasn't, it's Lord of the Rings. Easiest game to get into. Like, building an army is legit easier than probably building a kill team. Everything's one piece. Your characters are like the most expensive thing in your army. It isn't that popular. In the UK, it's very popular, man. I'm still gonna build up the armies because I love them, but... And this is the most, like, nostalgic thing for me, because I started with Lord of the Rings back in the day. It was Lord of the Rings, and then it was, like, 40k, and then it was fantasy. Which is ironic, because fantasy was the one thing that stuck the most. It's a good blast from the past. You just gotta keep Lord of the Rings around, man. They saved Games Workshop. This is the game that saved GW from going under. And they fucking killed it. So good. And they still have the license. And they're still coming out with Lord of the Rings minis. I mean, they've done like plastic kits of certain characters, which is cool. Yeah, that's going to be a while. I don't know. I have no plan on doing like a Lord of the Rings battle report anytime soon, considering I'm now rebuilding the armies that I should say I'm rebuilding an army that I once had, and then alternatively building 2 other armies I've never had. Yeah, it'd be cool though. I'm going all in. I'm just working on whatever I fancy at this moment. If I ever get to that point, you'll see literally whatever. Like, I'm no conquest creations. I don't have every army in the book, but like, I've got a fair bit. I will say this though, the next video that'll be out on the channel is going to be Lord of the Rings. So that'll be interesting. Won't be anything crazy, but it will be Lord of the Rings. I'm just going to be uploading whatever I think is kind of cool, because I want to keep it as a hobby. When your hobby turns into your job, sometimes it's not like, you know, the best thing mentally. So I'm just going to upload whatever I think I want to put out there, and, you know, it'll be some rambling. Technically, the next few videos, I think, are going to be Lord of the Rings, because I have to work on a diorama for, Ryan's shop, The Warp. Got a few things to do. Mochi. Discord. We do have a Discord. Where can you see my collection? When I build enough of it again, I will post it. If I still had everything I grew up with, you'd have pages to look at. But this is the great resurgence of the collection. At least in terms of minis. I've had tons of stuff in storage. I've had countless things I've kept. Tons of things I've sold. So, at this point, I'm just trying to at least rebuild some stuff that I want to work on, and then go from there. Work on my own fantasy builds while lurking. That's awesome, brother. Fantasy is in, like, Lord of the Rings? Or, like, Warhammer Fantasy? This channel and this content was more of an excuse to also just do Warhammer, to be honest. Yeah, like, Warhammer Fantasy, Ogre Kingdoms. Yeah, that's the good stuff. Fantasy is my favorite thing. Fantasy is my 100% favorite thing. I love Warhammer Fantasy. I don't think the ogres are in the old world right now. Aren't they like, Are they one of the legacy armies currently? I think they are, right? Technically, the ogres would have, like, no... Well, maybe they'd go fuck with Cathay, but, like, I don't think they'd have any sort of, like, current world bearings. Cathay being a big thing, why not? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if it... I mean, you've got the, Are you playing, like... Are you actually playing the End Times books? Like, are you playing 8th edition? Or are you playing, like, Old World? I don't know of anyone currently who still plays 8th edition. You're playing 8th? That's cool. Yeah, I used to play 8th. I played 7th, I played 8th edition, and then I kind of stopped for a little bit. Well, technically, it wasn't really stopping. It was just the Age of Sigmar stuff that came out, and then you're just kind of done. I know they came out with, like, 9th Age and all that stuff, like the fan-made one, but... Yeah, with the end of 8th edition and Age of Sigmar coming out, I was done with Fantasy. I played a bit through, like, the initial stages of Age of Sigmar with my Fantasy stuff, when they had rules for everyone, but then... Yeah, Fantasy was kind of shelved after that, unfortunately. That was a time. 9th Age was fun. Yeah, I never really got to play 9th Age. I know a lot of people did, and they had a new, like, a bunch of new units for it, but I just never did for some reason. I'm very much aware of it, though. Yeah, at this point, I'm pretty much all in for, like, Old World. I'm okay with moving on. I've come to terms with so many things. It's good to go back and play different editions. Yeah, 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 for sure. It's a little time capsule. It brings you back good memories. Absolutely. It's just, you know, any sort of event or tournament, whatever it may be, it's like no one's going to fucking host 8th edition or 7th. I'm sure some places in the UK have, like, 5th and 6th edition and everything. You know, it's like a throwback kind of thing where people can come in and play with, like, old lists and old books and everything. Like, I'm 100% sure that happens. But it is really about finding the people who want to do that, because it's a bit of a niche. But there is a community literally for everything. Or if you've got buddies, you know, that's also an easy kind of gig. You're just like, hey, let's do it. And then you play it. That's cool. Same thing with War Masters, same thing with Mordheim. It's like all these games have been dead for so long, but people still love them and still play them, which is cool as shit. And of course, they've got their own little, like, fan versions and things. I'm not sure if... Can't remember off the top of my head if Mordheim had that. I don't think it did. Maybe it did, but I know War Master did. People love playing War Master still. Fucking people still play Epic, which is cool. I met a guy a little while ago who has, like, one of the biggest Epic collections in the world, apparently. That's cool. Exactly. Yeah, if you've got the circle, bro, you could do anything. That's exactly that. You need the passion. you need the folks who want to sit down and be like, yeah, let's do, like, all of these editions we kind of grew up with. 100%. That's good. Men's night, best night. If you're playing Warhammer, I think so, sir. Yeah, I miss fantasy. I was working on a bunch of old world stuff, and then I'm like, fuck, man, I've been doing this for so long, I gotta do something else for my mental state. I have way too much to get back into. There's always a million hobby regrets, and one of my biggest ones is selling most of my fantasy. Most of my made fantasy, I should say. I live in Saudi, and I basically have no one to play with, even though I have built and painted like 5 different armies. Would die to just have one match? You know what? Have you played Tabletop Sim? You should try Tabletop Sim if you've never played Tabletop Sim. I feel like, is there no scene in Saudi Arabia? Like, no, like, local gaming clubs or... I don't know if... I don't think Games Workshop's there, maybe, but, like, nothing locally? Tabletop Sim is good. Yeah. If you've never played Tabletop Sim, you should try that. You can get games every day. Obviously, it won't be with the stuff you worked on, unfortunately, but, like, you can still play. And, of course, you want to play with your painted armies. You want to play with the miniatures you made and you did. Yeah. But for the sake of playing the game, you know, if there's no other options, that's kind of unfortunately what it is. Tabletop Sim is good. I don't think it's jank at all. You can really play some serious games with it. You'll have a bunch of serious characters, I gotta say. There's a lot of bozos sometimes, but yeah. I don't think I've ever met an orc player who was a dick until I played Tabletop Sim. And I met an orc player who was a complete dick. Like, legit, just pure greasy gamer. Complaining about everything. It's like, why are you playing orcs, man? But that's, like, you know, not common, so... Not for Warhammer. Dubai has that, though. For the sim, I wanted to see my guys on the table, even though I have empty parts on their armor. Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, you want to paint things and do things on their armor if you win. Yeah. Not for Warhammer? So you can't get games in Dubai with Warhammer? Sorry, it's worded a little bit odd. Dubai has enough of it? Dubai has Warhammer? Yes, we are. Yeah. Shit. But in Dubai, oh, there is a scene in the community that is probably the only big community. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Sorry, I was getting them mixed up. I'm like, Dubai, and so I'm not familiar with the places over there. There's like no hobby stores near you that host anything, really? How'd you get the armies then? Did you like 3D print them or something? Did you order them from like out of the country? I'm a bit in the same boat, depending on the game. I'd love to play certain games, but really depends on the local scene. Like, you can always, for the sake of where I am, you can always get you can always get a Age of Sigmar game and a 40k game. Guaranteed. Anywhere. But when it comes to, like, a few different things, you really have to go out of your way to kind of find it. Like, there's a fantasy scene here and stuff like that, but you won't find it at, like, the big stores. And I get it, that's fine. Not everyone wants to play fantasy anymore. Not like it once was. I get it. I order everything on eBay, then have it sent to Saudi, paints, brushes, etc. I did also get a 3D printer to paint some stuff in my city. There's just one store in a city of 8 million people, just one store, and only sells scale models. Oh, that's shitty. Yeah, well, that's cool that you still kind of get that stuff, man. That's awesome. You know, scale modeling is fun, but it isn't Warhammer. It's more of historicals and, you know, if you like cars and stuff like that. It's maybe within the same sphere of ideas, but it's not the same thing. Yeah. eBay's a great place to go. The problem? The shipping. The shipping is ghoulishly trash half the time. Call it. Hello, sir. Interdimensional week. Thank you, buddy. That is the goal. I would highly suggest Tabletop Sim, then, man. Like, if you really want to play the game and muck about, really try Tabletop Sim. Tons of people play Tabletop Sim. And it's for that exact reason, right? Sometimes you don't have the people or the money, whatever it may be. You can literally just play your army. Not visually, but you can play, you know, Space Marines or whatever it may be. Yeah, that's exactly what people do as well. Yeah, they have like PO boxes or relatives or something in different countries, and then they send it over. Yeah, that's smart. That's good. Now you just got to find a way to play. Have you tried local listings? You have Facebook there, right? You ever tried just making an advertisement on fucking Facebook and being like, hey, I'm looking to play Warhammer. If you play Warhammer in my city, let's meet up? That could be a thing. You never know, right? If there's no official stores, you could try talking to people. Facebook's great for that. Or any sort of like local listing thing. It's always a good way to connect. Times. Eyes are like so itchy. Ow! What time are we at? 9:30? I'll probably give this guy another hour of cleanup. Probably another hour or so. Try and get as much as I can before I just move on for now and then give it fresh eyes another day. It's looking fairly good, though. It's getting there. Everything's getting smoothed out and cleaned up, and it's looking less and less like a metal mini. Is good news. Super Duck, hello, sir. You work for the first time in 3 months. Is it because you got a new job? Weren't you... Was it you who was saying something yesterday about getting a new job? There's been a few people here who have been saying they're getting new jobs, and that's good. It's good to stay busy, and it's good to keep yourself mentally locked into something. Oh, gotcha. I guess it was it might have been somebody else then. There's just been a few people who have been saying like I got laid off and I got a new job. That's great. It's bad, but that's great. What are you doing now for work? I will try doing so and check for local listings. I was even thinking of going all in and starting a channel to record and introduce the hobby to people here. You should. That sounds fun as fuck, dude. You should do that. If you've got something in your country that isn't really you know what's interesting? You know what you should do? You said you have a model shop, right? Why don't you go ask him if he can stock Warhammer? Just out of curiosity. That's what I would do as well. Just walk in and be like, hey, you're the only model shop in this town. Have you ever tried stocking Warhammer and getting more people in? Like, it's a big hobby. You know what? that could maybe be a thing. I don't know. Because I'm assuming everything in that store is imported, right? Most model kits are probably made, I don't know what, China, Europe somewhere, fucking the UK. So it makes sense. That'd be an interesting conversation, maybe. Or you could, again, start your own little channel and try and get more people into it. That's cool. Pizza joint and move in with my friends. Hey, it's one thing at a time, bro. There's no rush. Doing something is still doing something, man. That's cool, dude. Big or small, whatever it may be, at least you're doing something. That's good. This afternoon. We're gonna do the DLC. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. It feels nice when you feel like you're going somewhere in life. It certainly does. Even if it's small, you know? Do something different. Do something new. Keep it fresh, keep it exciting. Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah. That is true. Yeah, you guys have a few different like cultural things going on there. Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. I guess it does depend on where you live. I suppose if people saw that, they'd think it's like satanic or heretical or something. Yeah, yeah. I don't really get it personally because here we don't really have that stuff, but like you gotta respect it, I suppose. That makes sense. Whatever you do, don't play League. Well, we're going to. Maybe not today, but we're going to. I wonder how Warhammer works in China. China's in Warhammer is in China, right? I mean, they produce some stuff for GW. I know that, but like, could you ever play Tomb Kings in China? Is that real? I know bones in China are kind of supposed to be like a no-go. I wonder if that's a thing. China. I'm just cleaning the surface of any sort of like sanded debris. It's just water. Just water and soap. Never had a Chinese team at the events. Yeah, I think. I mean, Japan is different. Japan is not the same in terms of customs. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there was like a Japanese team there, but a Chinese team, maybe not. But I swear people still do it. They got to, no? That sounds a lot like me, sir. That sounds a lot like everyone. Anyone who's on the internet ever, that's it's very common. Were you playing at Worlds though, by the way, or was that just like visiting? Can you even visit that? Like check out the teams and shit? I haven't been to a Warhammer tournament in probably 10 years. It's been so long. It has been so long. Do I miss it? I don't know. Played a few back in the day. Fantasy 40K. Never placed well, but it was just fun. Yeah, gotcha. Fair enough. AOS is cool, though. Scraping metal, you do need to. Metal minis need to be cleaned. I mean, the Worlds tournament's kind of a big deal, though, bro. AOS Worlds, I mean, yeah, it's a fairly big deal. That is fun. Hey, you know what? If you know people sometimes, if that's the case. Or if they just like you. Yeah, that's cool, man. That is really cool. A lot of that stuff is, I don't even know where those events are hosted usually. Probably just Europe, UK, overseas. Like, I'm sure we've got stuff here, I just haven't really looked into it. But if it's close, and you live by, and it's like, hey, I'm totally down for this. It's like a no-brainer. I think that's like the #1 thing I miss with this hobby. It's the playing. It's the people. Just get in and fucking roll some dice, man. It's been so long for me. Tabletop sim, different story. Why not just do it? Well, I have to rebuild a lot of the stuff that I've unfortunately stupidly got rid of, and then new things, so. I miss it, but I'm not going to rush to get to it, you know? I'll get there when I get there again. Most likely. I just don't think anytime soon. When's it supposed to come out? Yeah, the rules have changed, yeah, quite a bit, yeah. You're just relearning a new game. Maybe familiar, may have, like, things from past editions, whatever it may be, but yeah, the rules have definitely changed quite a bit. How else will they get you to buy the books? Or try and find the PDF. June or July? Gotcha. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, technically I've got a bunch of other games to play first, which have to be done first, but yeah, we'll see. I played the OG. I don't remember everything about the OG, so if anything, this remaster is going to be a bit of a fun redo. Yeah, there's official rules. Yeah, everything has official rules. And then you've got, like, tournament rules set by the organizers and everything. Yeah. Or, like, limitations and... Oh, yeah. How else would the game be balanced if there were no official rules? Like, this is my dwarf standard. He's just going to win every combat for no reason whatsoever. And it's like, well, why? It's like, made it up. He's like, fight value 25. 25 attacks. But we'll see. When the game comes out, we'll see. Yeah, definitely need... You definitely need official rules. God, my eyes, man. I want to, like, scratch my eyes, but I've got metal everywhere. Metal! Lack of everything in Elder Scrolls. See, I haven't played or gotten into it, so I can't say anything, but isn't it very popular? Is it a game franchise, though? I thought it was also, like, books or something, no? You don't know why you're not on Twitch anymore? I don't blame you. What is the warp? Go to the website below stream. Special surprise. Super special surprise. I think, weren't they supposed to be, I think I've heard something about that, but weren't they more like elves? Some shit? Maybe I heard wrong. Elves. Yeah, well, don't spoil the game then. Yeah. Don't spoil the game. I haven't played it yet. Fair point. The knife ears. The Elgi. Dude, I have to... Ah! I have to itch myself. This is too much. Oh my god. Fuck, I'm like... cracked out of my mind. Oh. My nose is itchy, my neck is itchy. Like, oh my god, I need more plastic crack. Okay. Well, that glove's fucked. Thewarp.co.uk. Do you really have to put www? I don't think you have to, right? Mine works just fine. Thewarp.co.uk. Man, I think I'm out of gloves now. What? This one back on. Dirty fucking gloves. It's a Chrome issue? Oh, is it really? Yeah, Ryan's a cool guy. Ryan's been a big supporter of this channel. And what he's done with his store and everything is, like, insane. It's really cool. Is this fucking glove inside out? Like, where... What is the correct way? Got baby fingers. Sucker fingers, Slanesh. Suck the tip. That's weird. We don't like Slanesh here. Sorry. Does this work? Is this even... I think it's inside out. I can't tell if the glove's inside out. I'm not going to wear the whole thing anyways. Alrighty. I think I'm pretty happy with this, at least for now. A little bit more. When in doubt, you can always do more, but giving it fresh eyes is a good thing. There's a little bit more, though, actually. Good God. We gotta shave that down. This needs to be shaved down even more. I hope so. I'm gonna, instead of vacuuming up this desk, I'm just gonna lick everything. You might not see me for the next lifetime, though. I need to vacuum this. What I'll do is try and clean this up and then try and clean the table up completely and just take a little break. I gotta work on some other stuff. This is metal, yeah. Essential minerals. Some GW overpriced minerals. It's true. I could be. That game can die for a bit. That game can wither away like a summer ant for a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck that game. Bastard game. Yeah, Rise isn't really a character anymore. He's more of a thing to beat down until he's, like, tame, and he's fair. And then he gets reworked. And then they do it again.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
Yo, Jojo, thank you, bro, for the, tier 1. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, sir. Welcome. More money for the Warhammer channel. The Warhammer Fund. Thank you, sir. I gotta keep that saved up for the Age of Sigmar release of the Kazalid holds. When those arrive one day. Well-deserved tier 1. I will grant you more plastic glue bottles and models for the addiction. Pretty much. And thank you, sir. I do try to keep anything I make on this channel supporting this channel, so thank you, man. Yeah, whatever it may be. Everyone knows the struggle of the hobby. There's a million things you want, a million things coming out. It's a cycle. It is a cycle. Yeah, Rise is, I don't like that character. He just needs a legitimate rework, like a complete overhaul. He's a fucking bruiser mage, it just doesn't really make sense. Like, it does, he's a niche, but, like, just rework him. I had a lot of fun recently playing Sejuani support, so I'm not complaining. Well, off-meta stuff is fun. It works. I gotta call it quits on this guy for now. I'm just gonna let him sit for a bit. I'll let my mind rest, and then maybe work on him later, unless I think he's done. What are your standings on printed minis? They're fine. There's nothing wrong with 3D printing. I'll show you some, actually. I used to 3D print minis. I don't think I care to 3D print proxies, because I like Warhammer, like, I like the official stuff. But for whatever reason you need to 3D print, it's totally valid. What I don't support is taking the sculpt of something that was already made and then 3D printing that. That's different. Like, I don't really agree with theft. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I mean, do whatever you want. I know people have scans of minis and things, and that comes off as wrong. But, like, yeah, this hobby is a little bit expensive, and, you know, if you want to go print minis and have your little 3D printed army, that's totally cool. That's my take. I think that's a fair thing to say. He's balanced around actualizer, and his build path now sucks. Well, the issue is when you're balancing characters around items. Just make a fucking balanced character. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's gonna have a core item, I get it, but, like, you're gonna change the items, and then you're gonna change the character, and it's like, what are you doing? This guy's done. Done for now. Give him some time to bake mentally. Yeah, I really gotta clean this up now. Let's put that in. One thing you should get for your hobby desk that is not common, but is viable: baby wipes. Not these. These have particles. But baby wipes that are not fibrous. Non-fibrous baby wipes are lovely. Wipe things down, clean your hands, do whatever you need to. Lovely. I think I got like 20 packs of baby wipes for like 15 bucks at one point, and that's insane. That's an insane steal. Like, they're consumables, so they're gonna go, but, like, at that price? No way. Clean everything. You wiped your face, doesn't matter. Oh, no. Everything, all the metal dust has been thrown into, the water. It's been thrown into, like, the sanding paper. No, it's done. Or the sandpaper. I have a franchise I would love to build the official stuff for, but the franchise is a smaller mecha one, and so almost every bit of the official release gets cannibalized by the Gundam nerds. Gundam is no joke. I don't really like Gundams. It's never been my thing. Giant robots have just never been a thing of mine. So I don't get it too much, but I do understand that, like, Gundam is one of the craziest things out there. I just, like, I prefer militaristic, like, smaller mechs, maybe, like the Goliaths or Sentinels and things like that. Like, that's more of my jam. Or like the suits from, like, Avatar. Those are a little bit cooler in my opinion. I don't really like big Pacific Rim-esque, you know, Gundam kaiju fighting suits. It's not my thing. Bionicles. Well, all those things are cool, but I don't think I'd ever want to build them, you know what I mean? Yeah. Everyone's got their own little interests. It's the same thing with, like, Godzilla. Godzilla's cool, but I don't really want to own anything Godzilla. Canonically smaller, more sized mechs. Yeah. I don't. Which one are you talking about? Fuck. Chungo, hello, sir. Full Metal Panic models. Is that what it's called? Yeah, I've never heard of that, though. Full Metal Panic. So it's like Gundams? Or it's like, it's just a smaller scaled mech thing? I think the only mech things I've heard of are like, what, Battletech and maybe Gundams, possibly? I know there's a million out there, though. And it's cool to have a fan base for stuff like that, because not everyone's going to be into it, but... Yeah, gotcha. That's cool. You never know what people are going to latch on to. I do know the Gundam fan base is very, very, very in tune with it, though. That is a rabid fan base. So is the Warhammer one, though, to be fair. All of these hobbies have, like, very diehard people. Let's just do a bit of sanding. God. Some of these guys, well, technically a lot of these guys work in the same industry. It's like if they've done Gundams, they're probably going to go off and do something else for another game that's mech styled, right? They just know it. Or it's like X Games Workshop guys going to work for another, like, miniature company. It's like you just know, you know the sphere. You know what you're doing. That'll be cool. Yeah, I'll watch that for sure. We still play Total War sometimes, not often, but that's cool. How long have I been working on it for? 2 hours? I feel like I should spend maybe like an hour more. Other minis have taken longer. It's okay. All right, well, I need to clean this desk up. I got to reset everything. It's just too much. And he's good to go for now. Like, when in doubt, I can see a million more problems that I can absolutely sand out, but I don't want to do it right now. But it's, like, predominantly good. And a coat of paint will kind of fill in pockmarks and everything, so it's not, like, the worst. But it certainly is not perfect, I'll say that. See another. Good enough for now. Alright. Let me clean up this place. Ay, ay, ay. Do I have a garbage bag or any bag for that matter? What is this? Let's use this bag as a garbage bag, sure. One of my childhood favorites, and it's impossible to get figures for them. For what, that game you wanted? You know, when it comes to getting anything, I feel like also people who 3D model, they're capable. They can get you stuff. They can get you anything. They just gotta make it. Official stuff, different story. Official products are not always a thing. Metal steel. This is Angus McSix. You know what I didn't realize? This is not Thomas Winkler. This is literally not the Glory Hammer singer. I was like, he kind of sounded different. That guy's having a baby. He's not on this album. I'm like, oh. This is the Fire Your. He is not on this album. It's another guy. Forgot his name, though. All right. I was watching an interview. I'm like, who is this guy? I thought it was the Glory Hammer dude. It's good, though. It's the more you know. The more you know. All right, let's vacuum. We need to clean this disgusting table. Little bit of a reset on the table. It is a mess. It does, yeah. It totally does. I guess that was the reason they wanted him. Do 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 do. Whoops! Do not drop this bag. Wish I had more space on my table. I'm not gonna lie. Wish I had a bigger table. That's all I need. Big table. Doing Warhammer on a little dinky desk is like an absolute death sentence. Beard rat tail. Well, this is just the easiest way to use the mic. And it's so I don't have to have, like, anything in front of me. I could just have it attached to me and I can walk around and do whatever. It's very, very convenient, I gotta say. It is the best change that I think we've made to this channel. Is putting the microphone in the goatee. Ain't nothing better. Typically, when you're streaming, you usually have a microphone kind of on like a boom arm. It's just going to be like in front of you. And you have to move your face towards it to speak. Or you just crank the gain up and, you know, you can speak anywhere, but it may not sound good. But yeah. A little bit easier to do this, I gotta say. DJ, hello, sir. Yeah, having a mic clipped to your shirt. Exactly. Yeah, it's nothing new. But for the sake of this content, I was like, you know what? Why am I using a stationary microphone? To me, that was like the stupidest thing. Stationary mic, yeah. The other channel, that's fine. I'm sitting down, I'm not doing anything, but like with this channel, you're like, moving around. You're being a bit ghoulish. Yeah. Well, stationary mics are nice. They're like the most convenient thing, but yeah. If you actively move around on your stream, it's better to have something kind of like on you. And for the sake of this, I mean, it doesn't really matter where I could fucking leave. I could go outside and you'd still hear me. Where are the lids? People did say that. Kind of looks like that. Head out. Outside? No, we're doing it today. We're finishing it today. Those are done. Put that there. What's next? Where are my caps? Where are my caps? Excuse me. Dry baby wipe. More garbage. Where are the caps? Which glove? Is that a good glove? That's a good glove. I've got more gloves. I've got one more glove. I gotta pick those up later. I am missing my knife caps. Where is the cap? That's not good. I'm going to cut myself. Oh, they're right here. Well, one of them is. This one. Garbage, garbage, garbage. So much garbage. Where is the final cap? Maybe it fell? God, I wish I had more room. This is so ass. It feels great to clean up your hobby desk, and then you fuck it up like the very next project. It's just gone. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's like, oh, that was great. I can't wait to keep it clean. Yeah, not gonna happen. These need to go and be cleaned. Holy shit. I've got a bit of room. Got a little bit of room. You can see me on the small monitor. I haven't seen that show. People like it. Yeah, I don't know about that, though. Anyways, never mind. I'm not going to watch it. Too much copium from the fan base. They're too entitled. Never mind. I'm not watching it. Apparently it's very good, though. Yeah, apparently it's really good. Too much copium. Thinking anything is better than Red Dead. There's no way. Let's vacuum one more. Should not buy a PC for 1.8K. What is that, euros? Euros. If that's what you do when you're bored, God forbid when you're completely out of it. You know what you need to do is just go buy Warhammer for that much money. That's what I would do. You can get like 3 miniatures. Isn't that awesome? Okay, I am missing the cap of this blade. Not that it's game over, but it usually sits on my desk. And now it doesn't sit on my desk. Where the hell did it go? Where did it go? I have no idea. Wrap it in tissue paper. Yeah, I could do whatever, but I mean, I'd rather find it and just put it away. Makes it a bit easier. It's somewhere here, probably on the ground. Unless I put it in the bag. Yeah, it's so, I mean, technically I was working on metal, what, 2 days ago? It's gotta be here somewhere. I'll find it, it's fine. I need breakfast. Let me eat some breakfast, hang on. Breakfast of Champions, gum. Keep the cravings away. You know what? If you need one, you should, sir. You should try and get one. Ugh. It's expensive, though. Okay, there's no... How do these even go together? Let's see. I think once I'm done clipping out all these, I'm gonna head out. I believe that's what we should do. I mean, that's a lot of money, and if you put that much down on a PC, it should be perfectly good. Like, beyond perfectly good, no? Every hobby is expensive. Gaming, Warhammer, fucking TCGs. You pay for your happiness. It is what it is. Hope you're having a good one. Yes, sir. Any plans to play Vampire Crawlers? I have no clue what that is, sir. In terms of playing games, variety-wise, we have a list that we have to pick from before anything else. So, I would say not right now. I've never heard of that game, though. Is it like, what is that game about, exactly? Vampire Crawlers. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a Survivor card game. Interesting. We've played a few card games during the event. We ran an event for variety stuff. I've played a few card games. I'm not, like, in love with card games exactly, but I think they can sometimes be fun. Do I know Vampire Survivors? No. I've heard of it. I've just never played it. Mod the shit out of Skyrim and play that for 6 billion times. Okay. So you're going to buy a 1.8K euro PC to play Skyrim? I'd say that's worth it, no? Modded Skyrim. No, I'm sure it's insane. No, I'm sure it's insane. I'm sure you can have, like, Teletubbies running around.
Good morning, Tabito. Hope today is a good day.
Me too, buddy. Hey, Bear, hello, sir. Me too. We will probably be doing... Well, not probably. After I'm done clipping this shit out, I gotta go eat. I gotta go take Mochi out. And then we're gonna do, probably some, Dying Light immediately. I'm hoping today is a good Saturday. Notice where the mic is. Yeah, the mic's, a very convincing spot. But it works. I'm not complaining. It does work. I've seen a little bit of it. I think it looks great. I think it looks perfectly good. 100%. Where do you even get all of the Skyrim mods? That's not on Steam, is it? Isn't it on like ModDB or some shit? Nexus mods. Okay. So Nexus mods is like the closest thing to the official stuff. Like everyone loves Nexus mods. Everyone hates Nexus mods? Really? Then why do I keep hearing so much about it? I figured it'd be like the go-to place. It's the most established. There you go. I think that's a better way of looking at it. Well, it's kind of cool though. I mean, I'm a bit of a, you know, if it's not on Steam, I don't want to download it type of guy, but if you've got legitimate places that people love and people have tested it and, you know, there's no problems, sure. The people who keep running the site keep changing stuff, making it worse and worse over time, but most mods are on there already. Well, that's good. I mean, it's not a paid thing, is it? Like, it's just free? It is free, correct? It is free. Yeah, that's good. If you want to download more than 1 megabyte, you have to pay. Oh, so it's like kind of shit. It's like really slow. Is that how that works? What the fuck? So how long would it take to like completely mod out a game then? If it's so bad to download stuff, and you're like, I need 3,000 Skyrim mods. Like, you're gonna be there for a while now, downloading like a million things. That is disgusting. Yeah, that's weird. Well, you know what? As long as you get to use it, right? I suppose. I guess that makes sense. You have to manually download each mod. Yeah. That I do know, but that still seems a little bit egregious. Textures and model mods are the biggest file sizes. Everyone needs... Dude, I've seen so many... Like, fuck, I've seen Resident Evil mods, like, day one, where they put Grace in, like, skimpy outfits. Like, these people are freaks. Go get some sun! Go outside! Go get some air! Like, literally day one gooning. Spankalo, sir. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. People are fiends. People are absolutely fiends for stuff. They're uber gooner fiends. That's, alright. You know what? Live and let live, bro. If you want to goon to your games, that's fine. Live and let live. So I don't play games to goon. I play games to forget about how miserable life is. Which is a good thing. Because who doesn't want to escape reality, you know? And because games are fun, I gotta say. You can do both at the same time. True. The games need to be more realistic. Every game needs a no HUD option with insta-death, with, like, not super stealth, but... Every game needs a way to immerse yourself even more, I gotta say. Not really. I know, not that I live near Warhammer World, but I know that you've got, like, good and evil armies for some tournaments, where they make you have, like, 700 points of this, 700 points of that. I'm just going to be playing the dwarves. So I've got, like, Erebor, I've got Khazad-dûm, I've got Iron Hills. I'm just going to keep it at that. There's too much outside of that. That's the goal, at least. Just keep it for those three. And then I've got, like, a bunch of other things to work on, so I'm not really too fussed. I can take a little bit of a break and work on something else. I gotta gear up for Age of Sigmar. I need to do, I have a lot of fantasy to do. A lot of fantasy to do. If I had to play evil, I would play Moria. That's the other army I'd play. Goblin King, Prowlers, Drums. That's what I used to do. It's like dwarves and goblins and maybe Gondor. That would be my jam. You do Balrog if you want to. Balrog's like your whole army, though. That's so expensive in points. Not that you can't take 1,000,000 goblins with the Balrog, but, like, you know. Yeah, the Balrog's kind of a big deal. Or you could play Smaug, which is one model. You technically could play Smaug. 700 points. He is a one-man army. Yeah. You know what? I would unironically fuck with Smaug. There you go. There, the Desolator of the North. Smaug, 700 points. He's an army by himself. I would do it. I'd fuck with Smaug. That's a very massive... You know, wait, who does the Watcher play for? Is that Moria as well? That's got to be Moria. Let me go get that book. Well, it's literally one unit. Yeah, you literally just bring Smaug and you're done. That would be ghoulish. That thing is like, what, $500? And he's like a massive chunk of resin. Armies of Middle-earth. Here we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Watcher would be... not Khazad-dûm, sorry. Moria. Let's see, very quickly. Harad. Evil army lists. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that. Moria. The Watcher. You get the Bat Swarms, you get the Shaman, you get the Cave Drake. I actually have a Cave Drake in storage somewhere. How much is the Watcher in points? Dragons are 200 points. Cave Drakes, yeah. You have dragons. Can you even take a... You can't take a dragon with this list, can you? Oh, you can, yeah. There's a dragon, and then a Cave Drake is different. The Fell Wargs. The Watcher in the water is 200 points. Durbers. If I was forced at gunpoint to play an evil army, I'd play Smaug, or I would play Moria. I think that's what I would do. It's like the two downfalls of, like, the Dwarven Kingdom. Well, technically the Watcher is considered a nameless thing now. I'd totally do this. Yeah, 100%. I really like that Watcher model. I don't know. I've always been fond of the weird things in the world. Wait, where's... That's considered a dragon now? I thought that was a cave drake. Warriors. Wait, do they not even call it a cave? Oh, cave drake. Here it is. There's 2 profiles. Okay, I was going to say, what the fuck? Yeah, I didn't realize. Cave drake, dragon, dragons of the north, yeah. You get the little eggs with the cave drake, the babies. It protects its babies. It's interesting. The special rules for this was going after gold. And beyond a certain point, you actually start getting victory points because you have, like, no models on the field. That's very, very thematic. Host of the Witch King? None of this stuff is appealing outside of that, to be honest. I would have to do some sort of, like, classic Moria army if I really, really wanted to, but... Yeah, I really prefer the dwarves, if anything. Cool. You give it upgrades for 50 points. Yeah, you get different things that it does. You can literally play Thorin's company as well as a full army. Yeah, it's a very thematic game. Like, you don't need to play an army with units. You can technically play only heroes if you want to. You can play 2 dragons. You can play Smaug. You can play literally anything you want. It's a pretty fucking cool game. I used to play it early 2000s, but now it's something that I really want to get back into, but chances of people playing it locally, not high. But yeah, you can play the Nazgul, you can play the White Council, you could just do so many things. You could do so many things. The Dweller in the Dark into Legends. Let me see what that was again. Oh, that is that not a like a weird little Balroggy thing? I don't know what that is exactly, but I've seen it before. It came out a long time ago. It looks like a Balrog. What was this guy's gig? The Dweller in the Dark? He's been out for a while. I remember this guy. He was in the Moria list for the last edition. I never played the last edition. Fortunately. What was this guy's gig, though? He was a skinny Balrog. Oh, is that all he was? He technically looks like one. Found a model painting streamer who loves dwarves. I very much love dwarves. Maybe not painting right now, but, like, yeah. He kind of looks like a skinny Balrog. No, he does. That's cool. I've always enjoyed Moria. I've always enjoyed... Like, me and my buddy back in the day were supposed to do a giant, like, display board of Khazad-dûm. Never got around to it, but... See, don't show me shit. Stop showing me shit. Now I want this. Now I'm tempted to do a Moria army, but I'm not touching it. I can't. I have to go back and get all the different cave troll variants. Fucking probably go with the metal Balrog and not the plastic one. Like, oh my god. Gotta go back and get all the metal goblins instead of the Finecast ones if they're still, like, not sold. Technically, I actually do have some goblins. I've got goblins. I've got the cave troll from Balin's Tomb. I've got some goblin warriors. I think I've got the armored goblins. I have the dwarf casualties. Those are cool. Where are those metal goblins? Where did I put them? I think I had, like, a few sets of the metal goblin, the armored goblins. Like the goblin captains. Or just armored goblins. I don't know where they are right now. They have a cave troll. The metal goblins were cool. Kind of a niche, but, like, they're funky. They're just, like, chainmail encrusted goblins. They're all wearing, like, dwarven armor. Or not dwarven armor, necessarily, but... I have them here somewhere. Yeah, I'm trying to not use Finecast if I can. I'd rather just have the metal variants of literally everything I want to work on. Floy and Ballin. It's good, honest work to like the Lord of the Rings stuff. It's good, honest work. Where are those fucking goblins? So much junk on the floor. Is that them? I think he's like 300 points, Sauron? I can tell you in a sec. I believe he's about 300 points. Oh, there they are. Ah! My arms! There they are. The armored goblins. Yeah, these guys. I mean, they're cool, but yeah, they're not like anything crazy, to be honest. They're fun. Goblins with chainmail. And these are all classic sculpts, too. These are like early 2000s. I wouldn't be surprised if the Perrys sculpted these as well, considering the Perrys have sculpted, like, everything. It's so nostalgic. Yeah. That's fun. But I do think Sauron's like, what, 300 points? See, that's the cool thing with the Lord of the Rings game. It's like, if you want to bring characters that are that expensive, go for it, bro. Pretty sure they've got a Sauron list anyways. Grand Army of the South, Umbar, Dragon Emperor, Serpent Horde, the Great Eye. Nope. You know, good question. Where is Sauron? Is Sauron not playable? Is he? Did he get Legends? There's no way. Where would you even find him? Really? You know what? I don't know if he's here. I don't know if he's here. I remember seeing him for about 300 points. There's no way he's in the Hobbit book, right? He should be here. He may have got Legends. I'm not sure. There's no point in being in any of these. The Easterling Force, no. Strange. These books are so weird. Like, you just got, like, random images and things. I remember seeing, these, like, low-res big spreads that I think are from, I think it was, like, the official art books of, The Hobbit when they came out. I'm not entirely sure. But it's really, like, a little low-res, I gotta say. The intellectual test. Very smart. Let me look at Sauron. Let's just sit on the GW website for about 10 minutes. He's under Barad-dûr and he's 400 points. Interesting. I may have been off then. I'm not sure. Technically, if he's still being sold on the web store, he should be. The new recruit website? Okay, well, that's, I believe, the Force org site. All right, there we go. Evil. Barad-dûr. Well, he's not under that, but... Sauron the Dark Lord, there he is. It's so interesting how they'd redo Shelob. I mean, the Shelob looks, like, really good. I'd never want Shelob. But, like, that is a good sculpt. Gollum looks like your average fucking crack addict. Yes, the prices are very, very expensive. This was such an insane kit when it came out. I remember everyone going crazy when the Mummet came out. This thing is so sick. They've got all the dead Rohirrim on the base. Which, in a way, unless you're, you know, doing some sort of Pelennor Fields battle, you don't need those, you know, dead Rohirrim, but, like, yeah, that's cool. When this came out, this was crazy. Everyone went berserk. This was, like, the biggest actual miniature from the game. Cogfort. This thing is probably, what, 20 years old at this point, this kit? I mean, it ages perfectly. I think this was done by the Perry twins, and the Perrys have done... The Perrys were basically, like, most of the Lord of the Rings range, and oh my god, it's always just so good. No, that was the Force organization. That website, the recruit thing, is, I think, how people build armies online. Sharku. Yeah, they were redoing some of these guys in plastic. Pretty sure this Saruman with, like, Grima, that was redone in plastic. Yeah. This ain't not cheap. This is not cheap to do. War of the Rohirrim. I'm sure people have played it. I'm sure they... Well, technically you can play those armies in the main game. If I'm not mistaken, I think you can take them. Well, they're just Rohan with like a few new characters, if I'm not mistaken. And I think they have minis. Like this whole game is kind of like a hodgepodge of different eras and things, and that's cool. You just kind of take what you like and roll with it. Helm Hammerhand era. Yeah. It's cool that they're still supporting Lord of the Rings. Like, they have the license. The minis are perfection. I'm glad they're still supporting it. And I'm glad people are still playing it. Yeah. If I was forced at gunpoint, I'd probably just do Moria as an evil army. Fucking $50 cave troll, by the way. I wonder if you can get this cheaper. You could probably get an OG, like, metal blister pack on eBay for a little bit cheaper. 1,400 points Morgoth. Well, technically, Smaug is, like, the most expensive thing in the game. And how much is Smaug? I'm going to ask Ivana for Smaug for Christmas. Maybe she'll come through. He's only $1,000, guys. It's only $1,000. And he's out of stock! You're shitting me. He's out of stock. So there's a lot of Smaugs in the wild, I gotta say. He's about 1,000 Canadian dollars. Yeah. I know there was a tournament in the UK where first place actually took Smaug, which is fucking fun. That's cool. Imagine going into a tournament and that's what you win. That's crazy cool. If you came in first place, God bless you, bro. That's awesome. Oh, you can't even see the price. Yeah, sorry. 860 Canadian dollars. Smaug. Benedict Cumberpatch. It's very expensive. It is, but then, you know, you'd go out and buy a graphics card and say that's the same thing. This is a process to finish for sure. And he's resin. It's a lot of money. Yes, it is. It's cool as fuck, though. You got to admit, imagine bringing this to a tournament and playing Smaug. What kind of crack do you have to be on? Do you know what I mean? Like, how cool would that be? You're like, what's your list for today, Smaug? That would be fun. Yeah. Crazy that they made him, though, eh? I guess you'd have to. The whole fucking, like, movies, the whole, Hobbit trilogy is kind of with this guy in it. And even the book, right? Reclaim the Lonely Mountain. That's fucking bonkers. Sauron's... Yeah, you can play Sauron. We were just looking at Sauron. You can play Sauron in this game. Where was he? He's an OG mini. Is he sold out? Fuck, I mean, even the Balrog. Where did we find him again? He was under what? Not Mordor, right? There he is. That I used to have him in metal. I had him when he first came out in his green box. Yeah. $64 is reasonable. I mean, it's always subjective, but there's no reason to say that this is cheap. None of this is cheap. It's always subjective. You know, for $42, how much work can you put into the Mouth of Sauron? You know what I mean? I think they had rules for Grond at one point. They probably had like the Minas Tirith scenario, if I remember correctly. But there's no like Grond mini, you know? There's a lot of scenarios from the movies. This is like part narrative, part like war game. That was the whole point. You can take very fluffy lists. I mean, we were literally laughing at Thrain. Thrain the Broken. If you play the White Council, so the guys who show up in Dol Guldur and help Gandalf when he's fucking oozed out, whatever you'd call it, like Galadriel, Elrond, Saruman. You can play that, and then you can take Thrain, and Thrain is like a 10-point model that like cracks out of his mind, where if you roll poorly, the enemy can take him over. It's so like, it's funny. That's funny. Sauron the Necromancer, yeah. You could play Radagast. He's got his rabbit. He's got his rabbits. There he is. You get all three variants. You get the eagle, the on foot, and on the sleigh. The Balrog is here, yeah. It's fun. It's a fun thing to kind of revisit. It's been so long. Yeah. Lord of the Rings is kind of slept on. I think if you take a look at this range, you'll be like, wow, that's kind of cool, man. It's fun. I mean, they even did the, what is it, the Easterlings and everything, which is cool. Umbar. Fucking Barrow Whites. The Mummics. "13 Saurons or 1 Smaug, who wins?" I don't even know. Well, technically it'd be 2 Saurons now, if he's like 300 points. Smaug's 700. I would love to do that. That'd be so funny. It's like... You know what? Well, technically, Smaug is probably the most expensive thing you can ever buy in this range. Like, at 700 points... I don't know, the average army's less than $500. Smaug is like double that price point. I don't know. I have the bug. I have the Lord of the Rings bug, I'm not going to lie. And most of it stems from The Watcher. That is so cool. This is probably my favorite thing that they've come out with in a little while. It's just so grotesque. Not like a Chaos Spawn grotesque, but like, it's just funky looking. It's like an octopus bug thing. And I remember they, I think GW right now is trying to remove the 3D turnarounds. So, like, typically if you want to look at a miniature, you have an option to kind of turn the miniature around. They take, like, a big, a million photos of the thing, and you can kind of see it in 3D. And they stopped doing that because people were scanning them with apps. Like, see this? This is gone. This is out there. Like, that miniature is now in the wild as a 3D print. I think they did that at one point. They're trying to get rid of those. Even though this thing's been out for 20 plus years,
Shut
so.
up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
Haven't been able to catch a stream in a minute due to work. Glad to finally catch one.
Void, thank you, sir. And for the 6 months. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, no worries. Well, unfortunately, we are leaving soon. We did kind of get done with what I wanted to do for today on this channel, so we gotta go eat. I gotta go see Mochi, and he has to go for a walk. And then I'll be on the main channel. So we'll get out of here in like 10 minutes. They still do it? Do they? Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe some of them, but it seems like this is really where people are getting their minis from. It's like, that right there is a full miniature. It's gone. I've got so much nostalgia. It's like, fuck, I don't want to see this shit, man. Like, even this, I could do like an Orc and Goblin army as well, or like an Empire army, or just anything. That's crazy. The fact that they even brought the Teutogen Guard back is insane. This was the Storm of Chaos. And technically they did all the other Storm of Chaos stuff. They brought back Malachi, they brought back the Doomseekers. Dude, Warhammer right now is cracked. We already did. I'm gonna be coming out with another video, but what do you mean not videos? No blueprints? Well, you can, I mean, it's illegal to 3D print this stuff. I'm against that, but I know people do it. You know, live and let live, do your thing, I guess. But, you can print your own proxies. No one's gonna argue if you want to just proxy an army. Soloing Soulblight. Once something clicks in your brain, it's game over. Oh, you want me to stream on YouTube? Maybe. Oh, you're good, bro. Yeah, you can't 3D print this stuff. You can 3D print proxies. What do you mean edited videos? Technically, the video we put up was edited. That's not a VOD. Yeah. That last video we did was edited. That was off stream. Yeah. Kind of a weird first video for the channel, but like we've sat on it for so long that I just wanted to get something out. And now I can kind of like look at that and say, hey, the microphone was an issue. Me saying every 3 seconds was a fucking issue. You know, there's always problems when you upload something and it's never been done before. Like, you just don't, you're not aware of, like, how the process works. And now that I've done one video and I've taken feedback and everything, I can certainly make the next one better. Which is kind of the goal. That is certainly the goal. I wouldn't have known about the stream without the YouTube video. Not everyone did. I mean, technically this has been around for like 4 years. We've had this channel for about 4 to 5 years. So, it's nothing crazy. It's always just kind of been a low-key thing. You know, I don't really want to turn this into some sort of, like, League of Legends scenario where it's, like, hit or miss in terms of fun. It's a hobby, first and foremost. Ugh. Did you really? You started watching this channel first? I mean, this used to be like a variety channel. This certainly used to be a variety channel. And now that I'm more, you know, back to Warhammer. It's like just a full-blown Warhammer channel. Like, we're never going to play variety games on this channel unless it's like Warhammer stuff. Which makes sense. Yeah, I don't blame you. Well, we got to play League soon. Probably going to play it tomorrow. Not today. Today's going to be Dying Light. And then we'll do a bit of League the next day, and then we got to, No, League is... It's good to mix it up. I need to mix everything up. Life isn't fun when you do the same thing 24/7, you know? You gotta keep it fresh. You gotta keep it different. All right, I think that's going to be it for me, folks. I've been on here for about 3 hours. I got to go eat. I got to go take Mochi out, and then I will be on the main channel. I've enjoyed watching the hobbying. It's, you know what? It's different content. It's not for everyone, and it's not that everyone's going to do this anyways. Warhammer is big. It's getting bigger, I should say. But this is more of like a hobby hangout. It's not really anything crazy. But yes, everyone be well. I will see you later. Peace, peace. And I should be on the main channel before 2 o'clock. So like less than 2.5 hours. That's the time frame. But yeah. So peace, peace, be well. And thank you for hanging out, folks. And I will see you later.